Hi guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how to do this beautiful half cut crease using neon pigments. I know it can be hard to use, so if you'd like to learn how to use it, then keep watching. I'll be using this glue stick to glue down my eyebrows as opposed to brow wax, and then I'm going to use a spoolie brush to comb them in place and just brush them in the direction I would want them to go before I go on in with some setting powder. You guys know I like my brows matte, so this process helps to keep them so. Then I'm going to outline my eyebrows using this Beauty Line by Didi pencil. It's a bit light, so it's hard to see now, but I think you'd appreciate it by the time I'm done. So after I'm done outlining, I'm going to take their brow crayon. This one is a bit darker and I prefer it to cover my scar. So then afterwards, I'm just going to brush it in. Make sure to fade out the front of the brows before I go on in with brow gel to extra sealing those brows. Then I am using LA Girl concealer in the shade Cool Tan to carve out my eyebrows. And you guys know this flat brush is like my holy grail. So afterwards, I'm just going to pat down that concealer before I go on in with eyeshadow base. And you want to go in with a light coat. The more product you build up, the harder time you'd have blending it out. So I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Ezekiel and Lydia Stanley. And before I start applying my shades, I like to feel where my crease is supposed to be, like where that socket sinks in. And that's where I'll start to create my actual new crease, because I have hooded eyes, and whenever you're applying or doing a cut crease, you want to make sure to do this particular process I am showing you. You go in with your darkest shade to map out the crease you want. Then you go in with the lighter shades to blend out, the harsh lines, as I am doing here. First, I went in with the shade grayish, and afterwards, I applied some black to deepen it before I went in with some light brown and then a burnt orange shade to kind of give it that nice gradient to fade from black to dark brown to light brown and then to orange. And I'm doing the same thing on the outer eye corner because we are doing a half cut crease. I applied some black first, then some dark brown, then some orange. And as you can see, I keep switching brushes. The smallest brush is for precision, the pencil brushes to kind of blend out in precision as well, and then I switch to the bigger brushes to do all over the crease blending. So now I'm applying some base, and this trick helps to cut crease. You apply it to your lid, then you look up so that it will help you to map out and show you exactly where to cut your crease. But if you are more of a minimalist person, you can cut where it touches, but me, I like to cut above where it touches so that when I open my eyes, you can still see my eyeshadow. Now, most people believe that the more you press your brush, the more precise lines you'll get. But the truth is, the lesser pressure you apply will give you more control. So if you hold your brush lightly and you just stamp and you carve, you're just going to get a nice, clean, seamless, line or cut. But the more you press your brush, you will suffer. You will just keep seeing that the lines are not perfect. So the lighter you hold your brush, you would have more control. So now I'm just pressing in and patting in the remaining eyeshadow base. And you don't want to gunk up the product like I keep telling you. A light thin coat is enough. So I'm going to kind of fade it out at the outer eye corner because I'm going to start applying eyeshadow from there. And I'm going to start with the same motion, black, and then I'm going to go in with dark brown to diffuse the black. And then I'm going to go in with a yellow shade because I want that neon pigment to sit on something. If I just go in with the neon, neon yellow and brown, something has to be in between the neon yellow and the brown. And that's why I'm applying this eyeshadow. So then this pigment, now the trick to working with neon pigments is use a nice flat brush, tap the neon pigment, dust off the excess, and go in with the littlest quantity. The pigment will be insane, I assure you. Just go in, pat a little bit, make sure it is one coat. Don't pack plenty and just press it there. Pack small, dust it off just like setting powder, and apply just enough. A little coat will show all the pigment you need. So as you can see, it's looking good. It's not breaking. But if you apply so much at a time, it's definitely going to break and you'll be sad, and we don't want that. So then I'm just going to go in with some brown and some of that orangey shade I used before to kind of blend in, the neon and the yellow. And you can see how beautifully that came out. I'm not going to be using liner for this look, so I went straight in with mascara to comb out my lashes. And afterwards, I'm going to also do my lower lash line. it's not going to be the same thing I did at the top. So I'm going to fix my lashes first, and because I have curly lashes, it can be difficult sometimes, but I've kind of mastered it, so I thank God. My lash style is inspired by Raggedy Royal, and for the lower lash line I just went in with some brown eyeshadow, and then for my waterline I used P. Louise and Mitchell collaboration, that acid rain paint in the shade Blank Canvas. And the trick to making your white waterline pop more is to use some brown eyeshadow or any dark eyeshadow to kind of clean it up on the lower lash line, and then always going with mascara. It makes all the difference. Now tell me, what do you think of this look? I think it's stunning, no cracks, and it's so beautiful. If you'll be trying out this look, comment below and tell me what looks you'd like to see next. And sure to check out some of my previous videos. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe before you leave so you can get more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.